That's what the IS-246 at the top stands for, in theory.
There haven't been any for a couple months until last night.
I haven't been able to get people to fucking join lately. Everybody's been like MIA for months.
In my defense, that's not by choice.
Nah, it's okay. I don't bother judging you. There's no point to it.
Redline's been too busy with his boo.
He's trying to scare people? Okay.
No, his... Never mind.
Am I supposed to get this joke, or is it... Never mind. Yeah.
I don't know either.
No, it's past.
It just wasn't that funny.
Yeah.
And also I had to mute myself so I could cough.
I see. No, I just been getting raped at work. And the weird thing is that usually they spit on it first, but now they're not even doing that.
At least they haven't started applying sandpaper condoms.
Yeah. Oh no, that's the next step.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's coming up in the next 2 weeks, I think. Because every time this company that I work for changes my schedule without me actually knowing about it, I think they have a shattering orgasm.
Makes sense. I had a boss like that once. Mm-hmm. He fired me when I didn't show up for the weekend I requested off and told him I'd be out of town for like the day before. Made sure he knew and wouldn't post schedules until late, so apparently I no-showed 3 times.
Yeah.
So he fired me. It was funny. I was 15.
Well, I'm kind of at that point where I'm like, fire me, I fucking dare you. And the thing is that I know they won't because I pulled some really bad shit before on them, but they decided to kind of retaliate because now we're underneath like this new management umbrella where we're kind of being controlled by an off-site office manager thingy. So I'm like supposed to report to this guy that I've never met in my life and never will meet, hopefully. And as a result of that, because he doesn't actually know us and know what a condescending douchebag I am, he doesn't necessarily know who he's fucking with. So
the guy who fired me wound up going to prison. So he and several other people involved at the company were embezzling.
Yeah, that's okay.
We sang and made fudge. It was fun.
Yeah, well, I had a manager. Her name was Felicia, and if she sounds like a bitch, that's because she was. And
every Felicia I've met has not necessarily been the nicest person.
And well, she decided that it would be a really good idea to try and fuck me over one of these days. So, like, I requested emergency time off, not because I wanted to, but because I needed to go to a funeral for a friend that, suddenly passed away. And they asked me to, like I said, not that I believed any of that, religious crap, but they asked me to, carry the casket. And so I was like, well, what am I going to do? Just say, go fuck yourself? No, I'm not that big of a douchebag. So I said, I'm not going to be here on this day because I need to go to a funeral. And this Felicia bitch literally tried to say I could not go. I told her to get fucked. And I just left. Assuming that my job was pretty much history, I went back in to gather my shit, and I realized that my stuff is still at my desk. Go figure. So they had to clean my desk, and I'm like, I go to my operations, and I go, hey, am I still on the clock? And they go, yeah, you come in tomorrow. Why, something changed? No, nothing at all. That was like 2 years ago. So I'm still employed somehow. But she ended up getting let go because of, I guess, a tussle she had with another manager that was at the site, but not for our company, like another one in the same office complex. And so she ended up getting let go, and then we all ate pizza in celebration. It was a pizza party. It was awesome. So yeah, other than that, I do have PTO coming up, so I'll be happy about that.
That's interesting.
Clap louder, Katie. Damn you.
Sorry, Vince was questioning me about the avocados he bought. He bought avocados all by himself. He's very proud.
First time in my life.
Is that what they're calling it these days?
So that's what they're calling it these days. Oh, you remembered the sponges?
Oh, that did it, I guess.
Oh, I was supposed to get sponges.
Yes.
Yeah, they made a change to the YouTube video viewer who's a big thing. So hopefully this is going to work. I'm having to
What
mess
change
with
they
it a little
make?
bit. They just changed the way you have to enter the crap in. Let's see if it's working. Bullshit. There we go. Is that going to pop up? Maybe, maybe not. It doesn't look like it.
Wait, in the in the
there we go.
live
We
chat?
got it. We
Yeah,
got it. We
yeah.
got it. There we go. Yeah, I had to get it so it was going in here. Let me adjust my size here. There we go. Okay. The bullshit came through.
That scared the fuck out of me.
Dun, dun, dun.
God
Easy to
damn.
scare then. Shit. Okay, I can close that window now.
Well, guilty consciences and all.
Yeah, but they made a few little changes to what you have to enter in. Before you just connected to your stream, and it was really pretty fucking simple. And I have to jump through a couple of hoops to grab a portion of the link to put in there. Not sure why they did it that way, but I guess in theory this way you could actually have the comments from somebody else's feed in here, which I think is interesting.
Well, they keep doing things like that because if they don't keep fixing what ain't broke, the management will realize they don't need so many people.
Well, actually, it seems to be more like XSplit's doing whatever they can to try and keep up with the bullshit that Google breaks next.
Well, Google's
no
what I'm talking
kidding.
about.
Google is basically one big, massive advertising company with a whole bunch of hobbies.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Make sure that I actually
No,
have that set right.
I seriously think that like a lot of the Google employees that work on the sites, like specifically YouTube, really have come to realize that they don't really have anything left to do on the site. And if management realizes that, then they realize they don't need as many people for maintenance, so they keep changing things.
That's
not changing. That's deliberately breaking.
Yeah, like the notifications changed recently. There is no possible way to pitch the new way they do notifications on YouTube that sounds better than the old way.
In theory, this should be visible. I'm not sure that I said it right.
Well, at least YouTube is something that Google needs because it makes them a lot of advertising money. Google Plus, not so much.
Well, believe it or not, YouTube has actually not got a very good profit margin compared to their cost of running.
Well, that might be true, but like Google Plus probably is far less important to them.
Oh yeah.
And
Google Plus. The only reason Google Plus is around still, I think, is because of how much they invested into it to start it, because they were hoping it would be big.
And there's still a lot of people using it, but I mean,
They announced a few years ago that they're phasing out Google Plus to turn it into Google Photo Stream or something. Like, so
Hey.
photo based. So essentially, Instagram.
I think the problem is instead of creating Google Plus to simply be Google Plus, what they did was they put it up there thinking that they were going to beat out Facebook. I'm sorry, that's not happening. Any more than like one of these little fly-by-night new video sharing sites is going to become YouTube. You grab your section of the market share and you be happy about it instead of sitting there thinking, we're going to overthrow this other thing that's been out there for 30 years that everyone's already signed out. But, yeah.
That being said, I do think Twitter is going to get overthrown sooner or later. Sooner rather than later.
they've been decreasing in popularity.
Big time.
Really? I haven't noticed.
Kevin, you.
What?
I know this is a little off subject, but that elephant in your background is super cute.
I thought we don't talk about the elephant.
Sorry, Jackie. Got to do it.
No.
You and Kevin both, technically.
Oh shit. You done did fucked up there. 13, be nice. Be nice to Jackie.
Okay, I'll be nice to Jackie. But Kevin still goes.
No, I didn't say
No.
anything.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did, but you only said it once.
Elephant.
Jackie, I can't stick up for you if you keep fucking yourself over like this.
It was a joke at Patrick Festa's expense.
Oh, and I missed it.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that was
yes, you
last
did.
night.
Directions.
Here's your cold.
Add screen cap. Let's see now. Grab a chunk of my screen here just to make a point. Hey, can you see the external feed?
Oh, should I wait? Let me. Yeah.
Oops. Hang on. It just vanished. Hang on. It was there. There we go. This is the little thing I was looking at a moment ago.
Jack. Oh, you have to
Dun,
look
dun,
on my
dun.
screen, Jackie.
What? Oh, okay.
You have been warned.
Whatever.
We do not discuss the elephant in the room. You have been warned. That off the screen.
But do we discuss the beret in the room?
Yes, we can discuss the beret and state that there's a cute thing underneath it, but it shall never be named.
I just noticed the beret. I thought it was part of the braid mammal.
No, that's my Scully cap, actually.
I'm more distracted by the big golden egg on the right side of the camera.
Well, keep in mind, I do live right next to a duck pond now, so every once in a while one of them will lay a golden egg, and I always go out and collect it. And if you believe that, then you probably watch Spirit Science videos religiously.
Oh,
If a duck laid an egg that big, I don't think the duck would be alive anymore.
Did I say it was still alive?
Or it would be a really, really big duck.
Actually, I could fit the duck into it. Some of them,
Yeah.
at least. It's a big egg.
Oh, you could fit the duck into it. I mean, you might have to use a blender a little bit, but
Well, yeah, I mean, without blending. Granted, there's a lot of really cute little baby duckies out there that I could definitely fit like 3 or 4 of them in there. Of course, I'd have to worry about their mamas trying to peck the shit out of me, but, you know, that's worth it. Let's see now, who else exists, if anyone. Not too many. Invited Micro for the hell of it, as well as Drag. I don't know. But this is the thing is, with the Insomnia Shuffle, we typically have, you know, like a core group that will sit there and participate in pretty much all of them, but we just haven't been... The core group is diminished. Usually it just kind of trades in and out, but it's I went for long enough without having any that it kind of fucked me up. Now, granted, part of that was that 6-month fucking time period, and then when I started getting it going again, I had shit to do.
are you fucking kidding me? God damn it. Fucking people on my phone piss me off.
so
But
Lots
yeah,
of-
we have like low volume of people coming in, and the viewer counts shit. I gotta work on running these more regularly in theory to try and see what we can do about, you know, getting more people joining and more people watching again. So what happens when you vanish for about a year effectively?
You know, what the fuck?
That's my cell phone, BRB.
Herb.
It could always be worse. Red Lion and the Flat Earthers could have your number.
Actually, it could be better. It could be a scammer.
those are fun.
I just recently started watching a channel that's nothing but phone calls of them basically getting even with scammers.
Which one?
Only find it. I don't have it handy right now.
'Cause I watch a lot of those.
There's a couple security researchers who run, like, they get a lot of calls from, like, these tech support scammers, and they force them to connect to, like, virtual machine honeypots,
Oh, scam bait.
Scambait Central is a
Yep.
good one.
and they screw with them.
Yeah,
I'm
scam
going
bait
to
central.
hand the
That's
phone
one.
over to Mr. Babango,
You got it. Yep.
and I'm gonna go have a cigarette.
Oh,
Will you please open Microsoft Event Viewer and tell me what you see, please?
But yeah, the Mr. Bimbago gag that they do on that is absolutely fucking great. I love it.
Yep. I'm guessing Kevin hasn't watched it. What it is, basically, they're talking to Nigerian scammers, the advanced fee scammers, where you got to pay a certain amount of money and you're getting this like huge amount of gold or money in return.
You know, all those different weird ass Nigerian scams that are not the
Nigerian
fake
prince.
computer calls.
Yeah, and what they do is they have you send it for MoneyGram or through Western Union or something like that, and basically the victim that or the person they think they're scamming goes in, and they said that the manager has to talk to you because sending money to Nigeria has to go through extra loops or something like that. So I'm going to hand the phone to them and go have a cigarette, and then he quote unquote steps away,
and then Mr. Bembango, who's claims to be from that country, kind of jumps in and says, "Okay, fine," and basically says, and now he knows some of the terms that they use in the area, and he uses those terms specifically, but he basically says, "Okay, fine, I know that this is a scam, so what I'm going to do is going to either you're going to give me half of this money, or I'm going to tell the market that you're scamming them."
Yep.
And they'll go back and forth. He's like, "I'm not a scam," and then they go to, no, that's too much.
Yep.
All this weird ass shit, and they've had some people really blow up at them. It's hilarious.
I'm also Gaia Man. The Mugu is outside, so listen carefully now.
Yeah, the Mugu is the guy being scammed or something. I don't think is it Mugu?
Yeah, Mugu is the victim,
okay.
and Gaia Man is the scammer.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't a scammer, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have played it for you guys.
That would have been fun.
Hey, I love having fun with those like tech support scammers. Like the one I uploaded on my channel was the IRS scam that was going around.
My favorite was that weird scam about the car that you ended up calling them back numerous times, trying to get them to make sure that the car had the right rims or some shit like that. What the fuck was that one?
My favorite was the one that called Carson in an off air while he was baked off his ass. I gotta put some D's on the Benz so I can get.
No, that was Redline, wasn't it?
No, that one was Carson.
Oh,
I gotta put the D's on my Benz so I can get the bitches.
No, mine was mine was the IRS scammer where they try to make me pay my taxes.
That's real common. The IRS will never call you.
I understand. Yeah, I know, which is why I just fucked with them for like 2 hours. But it was they wanted me to go to Office Depot and get a shitload of iTunes gift cards and pay them through the number that was on the back of the gift cards when I put like I don't know $800 fucking on it, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And
you must go pick up the federal iTunes vouchers.
Actually, as a footnote to Viking Arise, I basically stopped running shuffles for about a year, so I'm trying to get the viewer base built back up. Right now, by my count, it looks like you're the only one in there. But we can see you.
That's good. And the thing is that, I listen to these people, and they want me to pay the IRS through iTunes gift cards. I'm like, people actually fall for this shit?
Funny.
Yep.
Oh, there's some.
I was gonna say, why don't they ask for Bitcoin instead of like Western Union or shit? But I realize if someone knows how to send Bitcoin, they're probably not dumb enough to fall for that shit.
I don't know. I just don't underestimate stupid people, but goddamn, iTunes gift card.
I just love when you get those calls though, and the guy's like, "Hello, my name is Bob," and you're like, "No, it's not."
Hello,
no, my name is Bob. Your name is not fucking Bob. My name is Bob. It's bullshit.
Come pay our IRS bill. Here's my Amazon wish list. Brett
oh my god.
There's a video where a guy is pretending to get scammed by these people, and he's speaking perfect English, and then they start cussing each other out in Hindi. It was fucking hilarious.
That happens a lot.
Oh yeah.
I keep watching the live streams of the scam baiters, and I keep trying to get one of the guys, IRS scammers. He's taken my suggestions a few times, and it's always hilarious. Like using the name Maximus Testicles and that kind of stuff. But I'm trying to get them to say. Yep, right. I'm trying to get them to ask them for to say, "Hey, I'm visiting India on holiday next month. Can you suggest a good Bakri Vishale, which is a goat brothel?"
Wow.
None of them have done that one yet, but I'm trying.
What's the there's one called the Hoax Hotel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's good. Yeah.
That one is really good.
I'll have to check that one.
He's funny.
Well, what he did one time is that he had the IRS scammer and he conferenced them in with the Canadian IRS scammer. And they were talking to each other, and he didn't even do anything. He just literally linked the two calls together and just let whatever happened happen. It was fucking amazing. Yeah. And so they're trying to scam each other and going through a fucking script. It's fucking hilarious.
I just like the way he's always like, "Yeah." years.
I got a call from one of these folks at one point trying to do the scam thing. And I'm sitting there just listening as they're going through their little thing. I'm like, uh-huh, mm-hmm, uh-huh. And after a little while, they're like, why do you just keep... Why? They basically asked me why I just kept saying uh-huh when they were asking me questions. And they're like, do you understand what I'm saying? I'm like, no, I'm listening to the people in the background. Are you in a cafe? No, I am in a
No,
call center. I'm like, no,
I am in a
bullshit.
call
I'm
center.
listening to the conversations around you. I can hear them on your phone.
My name is not Bob, it is Akshay.
My name is
This-
Ballsack
this is-
Feedback Hard.
This is Special Agent John. John, is hashish there? I'd rather speak to
I
hashish.
got you from Pakistan.
I like how they said, this is officer, this is deputy, this is inspector, or they hype themselves up with these titles. And I'm like, and the best that you guys could do is Amazon, or not Amazon, but iTunes gift cards. Give me a fucking break there.
Right.
I mean, shit.
Because we are from IRS, they outsource their collection department to India.
I got
Yeah.
a phishing email the other day that was kind of fun. It was, well, fun for me at least, but they sent this little message saying that so-and-so, Mr. So-and-so, such and such would like to donate like $3 million to me or something like this, and all I have to do is contact him at some Gmail address. My response was, oh, just have him do it through Patreon like everyone else. Have a good day.
Yep. Also, a quick question that's completely off topic, but it reminded me because of this phishing email. Have any of y'all heard anything from a guy that used to be in our little community here? His name was Devin Pope.
I don't remember the name.
The name sounds familiar, but
He was the guy that would never put on a fucking shirt, and no, I'm not talking about Stinky. He would never put on a fucking shirt. The last conversation I remember having with him, him and Ray Campbell were in the same room, and thank goodness I left like shortly after that.
The other Stinky.
Yeah, the other Stinky. And basically, I got a link from him, and I was like, "The fuck is this?" And he never replied. And so I'm wondering if
It's probably a scam link.
Yeah,
at
it's-
VK.com.
There's a good chance that his account might have got hacked or something.
exactly. And so what I want to do is I want to get in contact with Devin and ask him, "Hey, was this from you, or should I delete this message?" Because the link is kind of weird.
You should just delete it.
Jeez,
If someone's
Boris,
going to send you a link, I'm pretty sure they're going to be there to respond and tell you, yeah, this is what that is.
The Bible says turn the other cheek and not turn the other nut. Good grief, Boris. Stay down. Wow. Not good. These two are being lunatics. Go use your door. You have your own fucking door now, remember? Dumb dogs. Mordor.
Mordor.
yeah, Devin Pope,
Works.
the name definitely does sound familiar. Jordy would actually be the person to ask about old school great debaters.
I
He
don't
was-
know if he was like great debate material, but he definitely was like, I mean, I'm not going to say he was a friend, but he was definitely an acquaintance.
An associate.
Yeah, he spoke with us a couple times, and I asked him, "Hey, what the fuck is this?" And I don't get any response.
Yeah, probably just bullshit, scam crap. Probably hacked account. It happens a lot.
I've gotten quite a few of those on Skype lately.
Yeah.
Not lately, but since the beginning of the year.
Actually, they started around about November, didn't they? I think that's when Char got tagged.
Yeah, Shar got one. I got one. Who else did I get one from? I got one from Kalens, who's on my Skype list for some reason. I got like 3 in one day.
Yeah, you got
Yeah,
one from
his,
YouTube.
his last post on G Plus was literally in 2015, so he's been gone for quite a while. Here's his G Plus. That's the dude I'm referring to. I still have him on Skype, but I messaged him and he never got back to me. And so I'm wondering if he.
Did you get the link on Skype or on G Plus?
I got the link on Skype.
Okay, yeah,
Just
that's
ignore it.
commonly where a lot of the scam
Yeah.
links come from.
You'll have like
And I
malware
still-
and this kind of shit. It's a bitch to clean.
I still don't know exactly how those links are supposed to work because I've clicked on them before, like a number of times. I've never gotten my account compromised.
That's because you have better protection on your system, probably.
Yeah, I mean, I did, in fact, click that link, but didn't actually go anywhere. And I did a sweep of my system and nothing. And it's been a few months now, and so far,
with
my
those
PC
kind of
hasn't
with those kind of links, a lot of the time they get reported fairly quick and end up going offline.
Yeah.
Through some preliminary research into certain Skype functions, and I'm not going to give specifics since we're on air.
Yeah.
But I do believe that there is a pretty simple exploit to send messages to other people's contacts pretending to be them, not knowing anything about their account's information.
Yeah, I actually do in my house have a wireless webcam. Oh no!
I can probably see it.
If you
Is
manage
it well?
to, if you manage
is
to,
it
that's fine.
connected? Is it connected to the internet though? Like, is it accessible through the internet through an IP address?
It can be got. Okay, in theory, it was supposed to be, but after the router went down, it hasn't been accessible through the internet. It's only accessible by 4G on my wife's phone right now.
Well, if you don't need it to be, then it shouldn't be.
Yeah, but actually, I'm considering putting it back on because I don't really care if anyone hacks into it. It just stares at the lake all fucking day. That's all it is. It's just a lake.
Well, here's the thing about that. Yeah, you might not care about what it's looking at, but those webcams can actually be owned because they're basically like simple Linux boxes, and they're usually really insecure, and people build botnets with them. That's like one of the easiest way to build a botnet using tools like Shodan to find them.
Yeah, you can.
You just own webcams and other shit.
Owning webcams. What do you even mean by that?
You repurpose it for your own purposes. Basically, what you do is when the webcam is turning on, it runs through a boot script, a .sh file.
Yeah.
And if you replace that boot script with a script of your own, followed by the original boot script, it still boots up like normal, but it just gave you administrator access to modify the system. Then you throw a few more scripts on it, and now it's your slave. It's just a weak computer that acts as your slave.
And okay, this thing I don't think is powerful enough to give anyone too much benefit, but all it does is stare at a fucking lake.
You'd be surprised.
As far as I know, you can't back hack into the system from it.
You can. As long, if it's connected to your router, you can own every other machine on the system through it.
Oh wow.
Well, potentially. What people are more interested in is the fact that it's a computer and they can use it for things like DDoS attacks or use your internet connection for bad shit.
Other nefarious means.
Maybe I won't reconnect it to the router then.
Or relaying like illegal content like child pornography and that kind of stuff.
I haven't properly relinked it to the freaking router since that power failure. Actually, it wasn't technically a power failure. It was the power company being a bunch of fucking idiots. We put it in order to turn on the electricity here and off at the old place, and they fucked up and they did it the wrong way around, basically. Oh wait, no, sorry, that wasn't it. It was the internet. Yeah, I put in the work order to get the internet turned on here, and then the former tenant tried to get his turned off, so they turned on what I just had transferred over. Turned off rather what I just had transferred over. Yeah,
that's dumb.
Yeah, they just weren't fucking paying attention to the accounts, apparently.
Are you still in Time Warner area?
You got it. Of course, they fucking shit up.
Ouch.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Who's
have
their
confidence.
quote-unquote competitor?
They don't have one in this area. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
The only competitor they have in the area is Dish.
Okay, yeah.
And that doesn't count.
My street, there's Cox, and then there's AT&T Uverse, and AT&T Uverse is renting Cox's lines to bring their service into here.
Fine.
And AT&T Uverse likes to have problems that are street-wide that cause problems for the Cox customers, and the Cox customers call them, and they got to get it done through AT&T because AT&T's the one that fucked it up.
Up here we have a Charter, and I think there's one other provider, but they're garbage. So really, you only have one choice.
Yep. Well, for the past 2 months, for about a week and a half each month, starting on about the 20th, so it just finished fucking up. The upload speeds have dropped to under 0.02 megabits a second for 2 to 5 hours per day. The download speeds have still been great at 180, but
fuck you if you're running.
If I can't fucking connect to anything.
Fuck that shit. My download speed's 350.
Well, technically, web servers are against the terms of use for residential accounts. But a lot of games that I play, like, say, Warframe, there's a lot of outgoing information.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm technically on a corporate account. The highest advertised speed that they have is lower than what I have, so I don't know. When I asked for the maximum possible speed they could give me, I don't know.
Well, they got advertised speeds and package speeds, and then they generally have packages that aren't part of the advertising because it's not included in a bundle, and they only want to advertise bundles because that's where their profit comes in.
All I know is that I have a fucking static IP.
It comes with the ultimate package with a lot of ISPs. In fact, you should have 3 of them if you're with Time Warner.
Only one that I'm aware of.
Like if you connect, if your modem is a gateway, like you don't have a router to a modem, you have a modem that's also a router, and you plug in 3 devices. Those 3 devices the first 3 devices connected should each get their own static IP.
Oh, I believe they do actually.
Yeah, then you just have a normal Ultimate account.
Yeah. But yeah, but every time I've tried to call their tech support, they're like, "Okay, just reset your router and it'll give you a new IP." I'm like, "No, it won't, you fucking retard! How many times do I have to tell you this?"
If you need to change your IP address sometime, just let me know.
Yeah, I've had that problem before, back when I was being DDoSed.
Yeah.
So
One time
shit
while
for
I
viewers.
was,
I don't know if it's the time or this thing did go up public, right, Kevin? Actually, I know you popped over there earlier, so it must have.
yeah,
He's
while I was
away
still
from
working,
the computer.
Yeah. while I was still working as a
Hold on.
supervisor for tech support over at Cox, one guy that was
He
live
asked
streaming
me a
on Twitch.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Don't worry about it, Kevin.
What's that? Sorry, I just went.
No, I was just saying that I did put this up as public, right?
The join link?
the live link.
The join link to the Hangout or the YouTube watch link?
The YouTube watch link should be live, right? Public.
Oh, on YouTube? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not unlisted.
Okay, just making sure. Sorry, go ahead, Nodvik.
It's all good. One guy that was streaming on Twitch, he had like 2,500 viewers at the time. He calls in and he's being DDoSed, and he goes through like 7, 8, 9, 10 people that are tier 1 and tier 2, and then he just asks for a supervisor, and he gets me. And I was like, look, here's the thing. Nobody you reach on the phone has a magic button that changes your IP address. That's not a capability the system has. However, you can change your IP address.
Yep.
Just do this, and this. And he does it, and his IP address changes, and he's good. Then I find out he's been trying to keep his stream live the whole time, and I just fucking explained to 2,500 people how to change their IP address.
Okay. Whoops.
Yeah,
But, I mean, this is the thing is though. I mean, when I called
it's
having
not that hard to figure out.
when I called
Well,
having
back
that
in the day, it was
issue with the
3
DDoSing, when I was having the problem with the DDoSing a little bit of a while ago, as you guys all fucking remember, you guys were here, I believe.
Mhm.
I called like 18 fucking people, and none of them even knew what DDoS meant.
Yeah, that's what you're going to get tier 1 and tier 2.
Ugh.
In fact, if you call a supervisor, if you would call the supervisor and Cox got anyone but me, he would have been fucked.
That's one of the big reasons that people used to the Skype IP grabbers. You can get your IP over Skype when it was still peer-to-peer.
Mhm.
Like, oh, there's a streamer I don't like. All I have to do is find them on Skype, get them to interact with me. Oh, I have their IP address. Lower an ion cannon.
That's why I had to change my Skype ID back to the original one I'd been using as opposed to Shadow Heathen, because that's how they fucking found me that time. Was because I still existed on Skype and they assumed it was the same person, and lo and behold, they were right. So I had to go back to the old one.
Luckily, you were just taking a layer 1 attack.
Yeah.
Just had a lower, but ion cannon attack, basically.
I ended up getting a better router, which helped a lot too.
Yeah,
That's when I discovered that
3000 BD, I believe.
and
Pretty sure memory serves.
What was it though? It's
No,
like,
CZ 6300 is what you got.
yeah, the 6300. Yeah. I remember it's the 6300, but I couldn't remember the first part of it. But yeah.
Yeah.
It's fairly decent little thing. I'm probably going to get another one at some point in the near future. I allegedly won some money in sweepstakes from Fry's, but after they got through to me, they haven't gotten back to me, so I don't know what the fuck's going on with this shit.
I miss fries.
They're still around, at least in Southern California.
Not in Anchorage.
Yeah,
Mm.
Alaska, nowhere.
Also, Kevin, side chat, there's a link you will
So, Rose, how do you feel about people that are claiming the Earth are flat these days?
They're morons.
You know, for
Weird
somebody that
stuff.
has how many months of summer and winter?
It's become way popular lately. Like, what the fuck, Redline? Redline knows all about flat Earth.
I think it's more about the propensity of it is increasing. I don't think
Again,
they're increasing in numbers.
I am going to blame 13 completely on this one.
Apparently, the first hangout Uranism was ever in was a shuffle, and apparently I should have just.
Yeah.
Apparently, I should have had an elephant at the time.
Yes. The first time I actually spoke to that douchebag.
Elephant.
Shush.
Jackie, listen, I came to your defense once, okay? I don't know how many times I can keep doing this.
Okay, yeah, Uranism.
No. His name is Jeranism, or as we like to call him, Jism. So Jism decided to come into a shuffle, and at one point he was like tiptoeing around what he was trying to say, and I'm like, look, dude, just say it. And then he said that the fucking Earth was flat, and then 13 lost his collective shit, and he's like, wait a minute, let me just make sure I heard you correctly. Did you just say that the Earth is flat? And he said, yeah. And then 13's like, okay, you're officially a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
That must have been one of the few shuffles I wasn't in because, like,
Yeah, you
only
weren't there.
recently did I hear about that.
Yeah, this was back in I think January 2016.
Okay, that's right around when we moved here, so I went. Yeah,
Yeah, this either was the very end of 2015 or the very beginning of 2016.
when did we all know flat Earth ism whatever has recently just in the past year or two become really popular.
It all started with that fucking hangout.
Apparently.
I
Is
really think it's more of a
do you think-
propensity thing.
Do you think Jeranism is one of the main people who is behind that resurgence on YouTube? At least on YouTube, I don't know.
No. There's Jism got into it because he saw it becoming popular. That's the first time I was exposed to it when I realized
Right.
that holy shit, there's actually a fucking problem here. And
Probably that's just when you started noticing it. It's one of those
Exactly.
psychological phenomena.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You start
I've been
and then you see it everywhere.
I've been aware of flat earther forums since the 2000s, but they generally were pretty small, and you can tell probably at least half the people in there were trolls.
yeah, now because then I got introduced to dumb fucks like Eric Dubay and Mr. Thrive and Survive. And there's a new douchebag who claims to be an engineer yet doesn't know how the fucking space station is wired. AKA, how is the space station grounded? The same way your fucking car is, you asshole. And so with all that, I see their YouTube channels, and they're made back in 2009, 2010. So they've been around for quite a while spewing this bullshit. I mean, they posted up videos 6 years ago, for fuck's sake. And so it's only just recently that everyone started actually giving a fuck about it as it got into the great debate side of things.
Wait. You're telling me that the International Space Station has tires?
No. Rose.
Rose,
Nice troll there, Rose. Nice troll.
The
Rose,
tires
if
the tires do not ground a vehicle.
if you're flying through the desert and your boat gets a flat, what is the square root of orange?
Being grounded doesn't mean it has
Magenta.
to be connected to the Earth.
No. It's
No,
because
keep
zebras
in
don't
mind-
swim.
Keep in mind, the douchebag that was asking that question claims to be an engineer, and he's actually a local boy. He's actually located in Orlando. And I actually offered to meet up with the douchebag and explain to him in vivid detail why he's a dumb fuck. He didn't take me up on the offer, and I don't know why. I asked him very nicely. I made a nice offer. I was going to buy him lunch.
I'm going to bed.
Was this lunch going to consist predominantly of crow?
No, Crow 777. He's
Human
not
souls.
a flat tard. He's a conspiratard that thinks the moon is a hologram.
Actually, that was an eating
Oh,
crow
like
joke,
Shanny.
but okay.
Shanny doesn't actually think that, but it's still funny.
Hey, how about that elephant in the room?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Okay,
All right, 13. If
done.
you're gonna do it,
She's
fine.
asking to be kicked.
There.
I noticed.
She's going to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin, did you see the
I did. It's very green.
It's very shiny.
Oh wait,
you
you're
know?
in Alaska, isn't it legal now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vince took her in
Legal
with the
here
box
too.
of
There's
flesh.
just no recreational shops yet.
Yeah, we
Not
have
that it fucking matters.
The first
You're
one that
charging
opens up,
40
you should
or
invest
like
in.
60
Hang on,
bucks
hang on,
for
hang on.
2.5.
Oh, that's the avocados.
Oh, okay,
Darn
everyone
it.
at once, calm down for a second. Now, how many plants are you allowed to have per person in Alaska?
6.
And can you
3 of
actually
which
buy
are
it now, or is it still just what you can grow?
We can actually buy it now. We
Oh.
have stores. They are charging absurd amounts of money.
Of course.
Like, it's ridiculous.
That's the point.
But no, we are about a week away from our very first harvest. It's exciting.
Oh.
So we can have, it's 12 plants per household. So like even if we had 3 or 4 more people living here who are over 21, we'd still only be allowed a total of 12 plants.
12 plants will grow way more, will produce more than 4 people can smoke unless they're literally smoking all the time.
Yeah,
Unless
exactly.
they don't let it grow enough that yeah.
Yeah. We have 2, maybe a third strain now. And we just got a tent. Very excited.
Yeah, Jackie's best friend has a medical card and has had for a while, so and I don't smoke much at all. Not like I used to, so yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. But no, we're excited because Vince
Yeah.
has discovered that he absolutely loves growing things. And so
Not that it was hard.
all what we've got in the tent right now is fucking vegetables and herb starters.
The weird thing is that apparently the Republican Party now is, because they're in charge and are assholes and are always talking about the importance of state rights, are now trying to figure out a way to override state rights to make it illegal to do recreational.
Yeah.
Douchebags.
See, I've never used it, most likely never will, but I will consistently vote to legalize it, and I will consistently vote to increase the taxes on it.
Well, I mean, here's kind of the thing is that for decades, I heard people sitting there saying that pot should be legalized and this and that, and I've always been very anti-drug, but at the same point, I'm kind of like, I'm not smoking it, I don't give a fuck. So it's kind of that duality, so I'm like, okay, so my stance for the longest time, and I've said this before, was, okay, fine, these little assholes think that they can fucking have their little pot and not have it cause any problems. Test them on it, legalize it for a little while and see what fucking happens. And frankly, the people that smoke pot would kind of prove themselves. So I don't have that objection anymore.
Kevin, if you refresh, you can
the
see
most
the
part.
inside of our grow tent.
So is that the avocado? Is that
No, the avocados were actually avocados. Vince wants to plant an avocado tree.
Okay, so for future reference, whenever someone says avocado, it really just means pot.
No.
No,
when they-
See it up with oregano.
We're talking
no.
about an actual avocado. If I
When-
were talking
when-
about pot, I'd be talking about pot.
Oh,
no.
I get
Wait.
it.
No. The only time avocado is code for something is when you're talking avocados. Avocados plural. Plural. Damn it! What the hell? I need more coffee. When they're talking about avocados plural, at which point
Okay.
they're talking about a scrotum.
No, I get it. They're actually talking about actual avocados.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
When I lived in the dorms at Iowa State, my friends and I would refer to weed as Xbox and smoking weed as you want to go play Xbox. And that I found it funny when I came on Google Plus and found there was someone named Xbox Fiend because we actually use that phrase like, "Hey, you an Xbox fiend."
Hey.
Sigh.
Sigh.
Oh, so let's see now. We're about halfway through the edit on book 2. Book 3, I'm about halfway through writing. And we still have to find a fucking agent. Ugh. Actually, the search for the agent. That was kind of handed over to the wife, and she's supposed to start that this month. And because she was complaining that I didn't have a computer on her desk in the back room, that it was in the living room, I moved it back there early today, so there's no more excuses. That night, decided to buy her a new one anyway.
Splurge.
Yeah, once it shows up, it's not much of a splurge. Unlike my system, which costs way the fuck too much money, this thing's only like $1,300, $1,400.
Yours was, let me guess, $2,900, $3,400.
Oh no, I've spent $5,000 on this fucking thing.
You got it built by someone else and then sent to you?
No. Well, actually, I bought the parts and spent the $10 to have them put it together for me in the store because I knew that they were going to have issues with the CPU. They actually had to put in a separate CPU to get it to initially load, so then they could put it in the proper one to get the drivers on.
Yeah.
Because the 1690X is not something that sane people buy.
What cooling?
It's 3600.
No, what cooling system? Air cooled, liquid
Oh,
cooled?
liquid. You better fucking
What
believe
kind?
liquid. That's it. It's the something or the 3600 model. It's a 3-fan.
Well, no, I mean water,
Water.
refrigerant, ammonia.
I'm not sure what kind it's using, honestly. I think it's water cooled.
Yeah. Water cooled is the most popular and the safest, but ammonia cooling is fucking effective.
Yeah, it's got a nice little radiator either way around it, and it stays at a nice happy 32 degrees.
I've never met anyone other than me that has built an ammonia cooling system.
Yeah, I'm not building my own custom cooling. Fuck that shit. Too much work, and I don't have the hands for it anymore.
Well, how it started was a fire hazard. I took some synthetic hosing and I ran some wire through it and hooked it up to a battery, a little car battery, filled it with ammonia and capped it off. And I took the hosing and wound it around a little metal sheet that I stuck to a fan, and that was my air conditioning unit for the dorm room in the military, because their air conditioning system was not turned on, and it was 112 degrees for the 14th day in a row in midsummer.
Yeah.
And that was apparently a fire hazard, so I repurposed it to be the cooling system for a computer.
Oh, okay.
The reason that works is ammonia is it was what they used to use as a refrigerant for actual refrigerators.
I remember. They stopped that shit a long time ago.
Yep. For the same reasons you probably shouldn't use it for your computer, but
yeah, probably not.
It's really effective.
Yeah, I was in a hangout a little while ago when somebody's like, "Oh, have you heard about the new AMD Ryzen chips that blows the door off of all the Intel i7 chips?" I'm like, "No, it doesn't."
Dude, I got this 2600 back here with a lightning fast 1 megahertz processor. What you talking about?
Oh fuck. The old XT that you could replace the fucking crystal with any megahertz you wanted, and it wouldn't make it run any faster, but it would really impress people when you booted it up.
Yeah.
Running at 1 trillion megahertz, it doesn't matter if that's the frequency of the quartz. Who gives a shit?
I checked the garage. I think one of my computers got thrown away, and it was the one that still had a degaussing button.
Oh fuck yeah! But yeah, this thing's a fucking beast and a half. And the funny thing is, I have it underclocked right now because I'd rather have the chip run a couple degrees cooler. I don't need the full power of it yet. I'm only running this thing at like 3 gigahertz instead of the 4.5 that it can run at. Actually, 4.7 if I want to really overclock it. But yeah, the AMD Ryzen, it blows the doors out. No, it fucking doesn't. The thing is, this here, it's, as I said, it's the X, not the K. Now, if you're dealing with the 6700K or what have you, they're nothing compared to this fucking thing. This thing's a Xenon processor. Technically speaking, this thing's a fucking Xenon. I'm sorry, this will blow the doors off one of those fucking Ryzen chips. Now, if you're talking about pure graphics and nothing else, the Ryzen might have a slight edge there because it has it built into the chip. Benny last stand. I don't know who the fuck you are. Let's see. Now let's hide these for a second. Come on, where is it? There it is. Okay, that one. And that.
I don't know why, but I just remembered one of these other DEF CON talks where it's a pen tester and he's talking about social engineering. And he's like, for instance, look at these cars. What do you see? And someone calls out the military stickers. Like, yeah, the military stickers. You're telling me in this post 9/11 world, certain cars can just drive on base if they have this little sticker in their window. That's secure. So what does this one mean? What does this color mean? And the guy's like, what did he say? Contractor. It's like, that's right, contractor. It's like, what does this one mean? Someone else goes, officer. He goes, and that's what I call information gathering. What does this one mean? And someone calls it out. He goes, you guys just aren't learning, are you?
So here's the next question. What is a Maybemmy?
No idea.
Mic check.
Ditto, but it joined and is still muted.
Yes, I see that. And I have my graphics
How you
off
doing?
right
How you
now.
doing?
And how are you? And who are you?
My name's Jesse. It's maybe my last stand. That's what the name means.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So how you guys doing?
Oh, talking bullshit computers for the moment. We were talking about scams earlier.
And I'm not dead yet, so I guess okay.
That
Doing
it does seem
sufficiently.
to be an advantage. It seems
Do you
like people
guys
are...
It's the end.
do you guys throw religion under the bus on this show, or you guys don't talk about it?
Okay, strictly speaking on shuffles, we try not to bother to get into it. We're kind of have been part of that discussion for ages, and this is usually kind of a break from it. Why? Do you have a topic for us?
Yeah. I'm the nemesis of the Jehovah's Witnesses. I don't know if you guys want to talk about it for a few minutes.
I
Have fun with them.
actually did get to interview a Jehovah's Witness a while ago. Unfortunately, the audio was crap on the recorder I was using, but they're a really fucking weird group.
Yeah.
So you talked to a JW?
Yeah. Well, technically,
They
she was former
usually.
JW.
Oh, there you go. That's what I am.
Yeah, she had.
Nice.
There was a woman that I lived next door to for a while, and ran into her at one point at a coffee joint I was at, and I'm like, and I got talking to her, and she mentioned that she was a JW, and I'm like, well, technically former JW. Her entire family was still in there, and I got
Does she
talking to
do
her.
any activism?
No, actually, she doesn't get involved with any kind of activism, and she doesn't speak out against the group because her mother and most of her family's still in it, and she doesn't want to be, what was it, disfellowed, I think is what they call it. If I
Yeah,
remember correctly.
excommunicado.
Yeah. But yeah, some of the stuff she was talking about, and when we were talking about religion in general, she kept saying, talking as if, the truth of religion was in the Jehovah's Witness church, and then would immediately backtrack and say, no, I don't actually mean that. I mean they think that. So I mean, it was still so embedded in her brain that she couldn't completely separate herself from the thought that this was the one true gospel, kind of, or one true translation rather.
Yeah, they call it the truth.
Mm.
I love me some door knockers. I fucked it up though, because I've only gotten one door knocker here in this house in 2 years, and they never came back after the first one. I think I was a little bit too strong on her.
Knock on wood, I haven't gotten any at the new house, actually. Then again,
Oh,
they probably
cool.
come over to the area and go, look, ducks in the lake, wee! And run off to do stupid shit there.
No, last one I got was like an 81, 82-year-old lady in this big-ass fucking Chevy Blazer, half a Hummer kind of fucking gas guzzler vehicle. But she was trying to invite me to services, and she gave me a pamphlet, and I listened and nodded and smiled and all that good stuff. And when she was saying her farewells, and I said, you have a great day. I don't think I'll show up, though, because as far as I can tell, you guys don't accept other people's blood, so I'd have to stop drinking it. And then I closed the door.
Oh, yeah.
So what did that lady tell you about them?
It's been about 4 years. I don't remember.
Did she say anything bad about them?
Oh, yeah, plenty.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
She couched it all, though, because at the time I was doing a video series tearing the shit out of Scientology, so that's part of what led to the discussion, because she comes by and we were talking for a couple minutes, and she kind of, out of the corner of her eyes, this was when she'd come by our apartment, just knocking on the door, asking for if we could, like, spare some sugar or some crap like that. She glances over and she sees the Scientology books, and she's like, I was using them for the purposes of doing the video series, countering the crap. But she was like, oh shit, Scientology, I'm out of here, that's a cult. And I'm like, no, it's for videos, I tear this shit apart. And she's like, oh, well, I know a thing or two about cults, I was a Jehovah's Witness, which is what led to coffee.
Do you follow any XJWs on YouTube?
Not really. Why? What? There were a couple people that because for a while there was a bunch of door knocker, or I should say former door knocker videos going around that was like, I think the title of them was "I'm sorry I came knocking," but that was like 6 years ago, and I don't follow any of them. I don't really care. It's like, okay,
Yeah,
great.
yeah. There's a lot of it's a big thing right now. It's a big movement.
I think per capita, I think it's still technically fairly small. I mean, especially when you compare it to most of the other religions in this country. Most of.
Oh, man. I think
Yeah, I think they only have 1 million people.
Yeah, and you're going to find a lot more New Agers even than that.
Yeah.
Well, worldwide they have like 8 million plus, but here in the United States it's like 1 million.
Yeah, too bad only, 35,000 of them are getting into heaven or something like that?
Well, they say it's 144,000, but most of that is filled. They say that there's only like 20,000 left.
Really? That's weird.
Yeah,
Last I heard, it was 35,000, but that was years ago, so that sounds about right.
it actually was going down for a while. It reached like the 10,000 mark, and then it went up all of a sudden.
Some people got kicked out.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Here's the thing, though.
They had to give dispensation for a few additional people so they could get more rich people in or something. Actually,
Right.
Jehovah's Witness kind of frowns on wealth apparently, which is fucking bizarre.
Yeah.
They just sold like $1 billion over there in New York.
Well, yeah, because you give the money to the church. The people that are part of it aren't supposed to have that much money. Just the church itself.
Yep. What I find funny
you guys,
is 140,000 or whatever X thousand amount of people are going to make it into heaven. It's preordained people and preordained amount of people. Then why the fuck should I worry about worshiping? If I'm in, I'm in. If I'm not, I'm not.
Yeah, that number hasn't been filled in 2,000 years since Jesus Christ. Supposedly, it's been counted since that time.
The end is nigh. It could be tomorrow.
Wait a minute. What does Bill Nye have to do with the end of the world? I'm confused.
You guys know about all
the first sign of the end of the world is him accepting Noah's Ark. So.
Oh, okay, got it. Sorry, what was that, Maybenny, rather?
Oh no, I was just saying. Did you know that they are bombarded with sexual molestation crimes?
Can you name me a church that isn't?
That's true. But they claim that theirs is inspired by the Holy Spirit, that they can't commit no sin. So.
But wait. Are they saying that their religion is inspired by, or are they saying their molestation is inspired by? Which one is it?
The answer is yes.
Their religion, that they can't have that problem because it's God's church.
Yeah.
See, good luck with
my theory is that the people that have that affinity, I'll put it thusly, I guess, seek the power to have the authority to do that, and that's why they become clergy, and that's why it's so prevalent in religion.
Yeah, well, they don't call the cops, so.
Well, the leadership seems like some kind of weird-ass fucking country club. From the way it was presented to me, it's like, oh, we are the leaders, we are the high poobahs, and the rest of you must do what the fuck we tell you to. What the hell kind of bullshit's this?
Well, the higher you get in the chain of leadership in a church, the more likely you are to find an atheist without a conscience.
They say you have to have 2 witnesses to the crime, to your molestation.
Oh boy, yeah. That's.
And then in court, they're using the clergy. You know the clergy thing that the Catholic Church used, the privacy thing with the priest.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on damn it! I didn't get to say that. Bye to Rose. Fuck it. Oh well, I tried. Sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry for interrupting. Hopefully she comes back.
Nah, she's got to call it a night. That's why I was going to say goodnight to her. She's got to go off and have sex or something.
Yeah, she's not too old.
Perfectly understandable.
But yeah, they use the thing in court. They don't have a clergy. They claim not to be a clergy, but they use that rule.
The clergy exemption, correct?
Yeah. They don't have to report crimes because it's between them and God or some crap like that.
Yeah. This sacred confessional shit, like they use in Catholicism.
Yeah.
Thank you, T.
Did you guys know that their founder is a Freemason?
What does that have to do with anything, out of curiosity?
Absolutely.
No, they won't admit that.
What does it matter, though? I mean, Freemasons are just basically it's like the Royal Order of Buffaloes.
Yep.
No, I don't know too much about Freemasons, but they won't admit it.
Yeah, it's just a guys' club, and it started with a lot of the people that kind of sort of founded the country, and now there's a bunch of conspiracies and bullshit out about them.
Well, it was founded in the U.S., but I mean, initially they were actually Masons.
Yeah.
You know what the founder has on top of his gravestone?
Probably a compass.
One of those devil pyramid things, all CNI.
devil pyramid thing.
Hold up.
Devil pyramid?
What do you believe nowadays, Maybemmy?
Well, the people that are XJWs, they usually turn to atheism, but I still believe in God. I just think he's a baby killer.
Okay.
So you're a maltheist.
No, I'm just a fighter against God, I guess.
No, that maltheist means you believe in God, but you believe God is evil, basically.
Oh, there's a name for what I am?
Yeah. There's a
Yeah.
name for that position. Yes.
Maltheist?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I'm gonna start using that.
As in a malevolent deity, Maltheist.
Well, actually, mal is just plain bad or evil in French, if I remember correctly. So wouldn't it just be from the French root?
It could be. I mean, the French takes it from Latin too as malevolence as well, I believe.
Yeah, most likely. Everybody draws from the Latin, and we don't want to give too much credit to the French, right?
Yeah, no. I would
Bonjour.
I would give credit to them, but they'd probably surrender it to the Germans.
Oh man.
Okay, so what's with the devil pyramid thing? I'm still confused on that.
No, well, there's only a...
The pyramid with the eye on top that all the Illuminati
Yeah.
conspiracists like to talk about.
Okay, how does that symbolize the devil, though? I'm confused. Usually the devil is like 666 or a fucking pentagram, but I've never heard of like a pyramid being a symbol of the fucking devil.
You've never read Watchtower, have you, Red?
Or 616 if you've read. Anyway.
No, which is why I'm asking the question. So if this guy can fill me in, that'd be great.
No, I don't know much about it. I just know that they will never look at his gravesite because they're scared to.
Well,
Okay,
here's,
but
here's the thing. You know how Baal of Zebub was a god, and then Beelzebub became the devil so that they can demonize the people that worship Baal? And how that happens over and over and over throughout the church's history, where they take the symbol or the god or something like that of another group, and they turn that into a evil symbol so they can demonize and persecute the other people. Well, certain groups like
Actually, hang on,
spin-offs
hang
of the
on.
Masons and stuff.
I got to counter you. Hang on, I got to put a correction in here. It
Uh-huh.
depended the size of the group that they were trying to get in. Now, if they were
Yeah.
trying to bring them into their group, typically speaking, what they would do is basically bring on a portion of their pantheon as whether they be angels or part of the heavenly host or something along these lines until they didn't need them anymore. For that matter, there was actually a time period that this god character actually had a wife in order
Yep.
to incorporate that, and then over time, as generations pass, they either turn them into something else or just kind of leave them on the saint roll and forget about them or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, there's still non-canonized gospels that where Jesus talks about his heavenly mother.
Yeah.
But anyway, the pyramid was used by a spin-off group of the Freemasons, I believe, actually, that they I don't remember the full story behind it. I don't remember much of the story at all, to be honest.
So it didn't actually start with the Bavarian Illuminati then?
No, I don't think so. I don't think in this particular case where it became the Devil's Pyramid it did. But I mean, the Illuminati used their own, but I believe that was independent. Again, I don't really remember much about it at all, so I'm pretty much talking out my ass here. So, but basically, the Devil's Pyramid was this group that wouldn't let the Christians join in the meetings, so some conspiracies grew about them, and they became Satan worshippers in the church's eyes, and that became the Devil's Pyramid and all that. But anyway,
I don't know. The idea of believing something like God or the devil to me is just goofy.
If someone can define God to me, I can say whether or not I believe it. For any currently proposed gods or definition of gods, I haven't seen any reason to believe any of it. So, atheist is my label in that sense, and atheist in the sense of any god that has been proposed to me.
Agnostic apatheist. I don't know what the fuck a god is, and I really don't give a shit.
Although I will generally fight from the position of autotheist.
Autotheist, that's a new one. You believe that cars are God? What?
No, that I am God.
Oh, okay. Boy, G-Man would love talking to you on that shit.
Yeah, no, I refuse to talk to G-Man because my very first interaction with him was in
Good policy.
Everybody
Yeah.
should refuse to talk to G-Man.
No, I have never. My first interaction with him was in a comment section. I gave a very sincere, very straightforward, and honest comment, and how he responded does not give him any value worth talking to in my mind.
Well, him not having any value worth talking to is certainly accurate.
Yeah.
Let's see now. Of course, in the case of Maybemi here, I'd prefer if he doesn't start identifying as atheist, because he literally does hate God, which is not part of the atheist stance. Let's not give credence to the straw man.
He's just a Vin Diesel fan. I absolutely believe in God, and I hate the fucker.
You know, from what I hear, Vin Diesel's actually a gamer. I'd love to run a game with him in it. That'd be fun.
Yeah, he is, I believe. But then again, that could just be more rumors. I mean, there was a huge rumor that he was having a gay affair and all that good stuff. So
Yeah, but he actually, I believe, has referenced himself as being an old D&D geek.
yeah, that sounds like him.
Introduce him to a game that doesn't suck.
Right? Get him on 12 Tribes.
Yeah. Oh, you're familiar with Plague Inc., right, Nodvik?
No, I've not heard of it.
Plague Inc., it's one of these things that you go around and try and, stop a plague from being spread throughout the world kind of thing. They started making a board game based on it. And apparently it sucks without the expansions, but there's also a Cthulhu variant of it that I'm getting that should be arriving sometime tomorrow. I'm psyched.
Cool.
Because that sounds fun.
I think he didn't realize that someone muted him, so he left because he thought his mic wasn't working.
Might have been. Who muted him?
I'm not sure, but he was echoing, so I'm assuming probably Red or Kevin.
I didn't mute him.
Oh, maybe.
Well, that's weird. Then.
Maybe he self-muted. I don't know.
That's more respectful than most theists we have in here.
Who was that guy? I don't think I've ever seen him before.
I've never seen him before. That's why I turned my camera off.
No idea. I think he wanted to stick to the topic, and we started going off topic. That might be why he left.
Who knows?
Something about devil pyramids I still never got an answer to.
You're not going to either.
Okay.
I think he realized that we were going to call him out on weird shit he said. I might have even offended him. Woohoo!
Yeah. If he was referring to the pyramid that's on the back of the dollar bill, if I remember something to do with Roosevelt actually putting that shit on there. And
that's what he was referring to, yeah.
If I remember correctly, even though it's inspired by a Masonic type of thing, but it's actually a spin-off of the Masons, not an actual Masons themselves. And it's supposed to represent, like, oh, for fuck's sake, I can never get a fucking break from this shit.
It's supposed to be representing Red's vibrator going off.
It's remote controlled, and I found the port.
Ah, there you go. Oh, holy shit. That's right. They do actually have wireless vibrators that could have phone apps. God,
they're Bluetooth no, they're like Bluetooth enabled.
There's not just Bluetooth enabled ones.
I got business on the phone. I'll have to go.
Okay, catch you later, Red.
Have a good one, Red.
No,
There's
there
also
are some that
can
be controlled through phone apps. They exist.
There's also some that use your phone as a Wi-Fi hotspot so someone else can control it from a remote location.
Yep, yeah. And there have been DEF CON talks about that topic.
Yep.
Which really kind of brings up an interesting legal point regarding sexual assault. If you hack into someone's phone, you convince them it's their partner who's controlling the device. Is that rape?
Yes.
You're doing it remotely, so.
Well, I think the proper response is it might be sexual assault, but it's kind of funny. Mm-hmm. It's vaguely in that area of you get what you deserve.
Yeah, if you hack into someone's remote vibrator and fuck with it, then that would be sexual assault. I would not accept it as a rape under the legal definition.
I'll get that back up there.
At least they aren't on the internet yet. Oh wait, let's not give them any ideas.
Yes, they are.
No, let's give them ideas.
Oh great.
And I'm pretty sure tick or 1 = 1 -- plus might get you in.
BRB, I'm gonna go find some vibrators on Shodan.
Right.
Oh dear. What the fuck am I gonna see in my lifetime?
Refrigerator can already be a botnet.
Well, considering I saw somebody do a review a while ago of a we'll call it a virtual reality vibrator. Sorry, a virtual reality vagina that apparently literally people could be playing virtual reality games and fuck themselves with, and it was supposed to be interactive. That there's some scary shit these days.
Yep.
Just make sure you don't get the S&M version.
Once they put AI into the Japanese sex dolls, you know we're done.
Oh yeah.
What did
Which
Kevin just freak out
reminds
for?
me, actually, have you heard about the new Ghost in the Shell movie they're making?
Yes, and I will watch it, but I don't like what they're doing with it. Because the main character in Ghost in the Shell, for some reason, her name escapes me right now.
I can't think of it offhand. Crap. It's a title. Colonel? No.
Well, yeah, they call her Colonel, but I don't remember her actual name. Starts with an S, I think. But anyway, she doesn't have a backstory in the anime. Like, that's part of the mystery. She doesn't know her backstory. Nobody knows her backstory. The viewers aren't given the backstory. The mystery of that is integral to the show. It's part of the show.
Mhm.
And the movie is them giving a backstory to her. And that annoys me.
I didn't realize that they did. I'd seen some of the ads for it, and I'm like, it looks like it's somewhat interesting. And I heard a rumor that they're going to be doing the final fight from the movie.
That'll be pretty cool. I haven't
if
heard that or seen that.
If they do actually do that, that'd be interesting. I'd love to see how they're going to, CGI or otherwise, manage to do the arms pulling off bit. That'd be phenomenal if they could actually pull that off and have it look decent. I doubt it though.
Well, they actually used a significant amount of practical effects in it, not just CGI.
Good.
Like Adam Savage uploaded a video where he went and talked to the guy who designed and made most of them, and they were showing them off and stuff.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool. I always like when they combine the practical because it makes it look much more tangible.
Yeah.
I always love when somebody's sitting there responding to something and they're looking a little bit to the left and it's a little bit to the right, and you're like, not so much.
When you're walking around in an all green room with all green walls carrying a green stick, it's not fun.
I'd imagine not. Actually, I don't know. It sounds kind of fun to me, but it could be any room that's entirely one color with no defining marks. It'd be like, where am I in the room?
Well, like the dude from the general from Battlestar Galactica, he was on one of the shows with Adam Savage. He showed up at Adam Savage's workshop, and they started putting together Battlestar Galactica figurines because it was funny. And he was talking about how every couple of hours he'd just have to go outside and stare at the sidewalk to get a different color so his eyes would work right.
Go out, you stupid dog. Stop sitting there and looking at me and whining. Get the fuck out. You have... Oh, you are out of water. Never mind. You might have an... No, you have water. Little shit. Useless dog.
I've been watching a lot of Adam Savage's like personal YouTube uploads lately because he's actually a bigger nerd than I am, and that's really rare to see.
Ah, well, everybody needs a hobby, right?
Mm-hmm.
And viewer
I
counts
had
back to
no
2.
idea. I had no idea how seriously into cosplay that guy is.
It's a shame Redline left. I was going to explain at some point how completely fucking insane Watchtower is.
Yeah.
They're fucking paranoid of everything. Bunch of fucked up weirdos.
You seen The Cabin in the Woods yet?
No, actually.
It's surprisingly entertaining for what it is.
There was one that there was some horror flick that came out recently that was supposed to be adapted from something that was originally Japanese or something like that. That wasn't the one, was it?
No.
Okay.
This one is basically some kids go to a cabin in the woods, and it's a horror movie flick, but there's people controlling everything, creating the horror movie for the elder gods that sleep below.
Oh, wow. Gotta see. Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, it's got some stupid characters, and the ending is stupid, and that kind of stuff. And the cliches get really grating if you just look at them and point them out.
But it sounds like it's crap enough that I could probably do a lot of writing while it's running.
Yeah, that too. But what I'm trying to say is, while it's not a great movie from that perspective, it's really entertaining.
Oh, shit, it's almost 12. I have to figure out what my last line of the day is. Crap. That reminds me. Got like 20 minutes to put up last line. That's lovely.
Sorry if I freaked anyone out. There's a stray cat on my deck, and my cat was like going crazy and screeching at it, and it freaked me out.
Yeah, I heard you go, oh crap, and then something fell over.
Yeah, like I have like a sliding glass door next to the office, and my cat is just staring out the window and hissing at the stray cat that's on the deck.
Kind of like when my dog starts randomly fucking barking. I don't know what the hell his issue is. Here we go. Today's last line.
There's a little shit.
Obviously, the dog is barking at spooky ghosts.
You're just staring out there. What are you doing?
There you go. Control V. Paste that shit in there.
What are you doing? Is that kid still out here?
Context. Am writing. There we go. Reminds me, I should probably do that occasional shuffle thing and see what we have for really bad crap here. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, do we have any bad book ads up here today? Water and us. Pleasure is the spice of our soul. Balancing is sharing the satisfaction. What? This is from what, a book? Huh? Oh no, they think they're reading profound. Never mind. Yeah, you run into
I
that
don't really
shit too.
like salad.
Yeah. Apple Picker's Daughter. What a fucking title. Okay, this is supposed to be a romance novel from the looks of it, and it looks like the girl's about 12. What the fuck? Another book. The Religion of Security? The blurb. As a democracy becomes more fragile and fear becomes all-consuming, attacks on freedom of expression and civil rights become more acceptable. Whatever. Here we go. Wake Me Nots? Something, 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 something. Holy crap, this has got to be self-pub. The title's like 5 fucking feet long. Holy shit. Do you often find yourself in dark alleys, shadowing dangerous characters bent on nefarious deeds, or unraveling a puzzling mystery? Then you will love these 12... Who does that? If you often find yourself in dank alleys, shadowing dangerous characters bent on nefarious deeds, you'll enjoy these 12 stories. What the... Huh?
Who often finds themselves in dank alleys, bent over following shadowy figures bent on dubious...
Yeah,
just said.
yeah.
If this sentence applies to you, why are you not in prison or some sort of institution?
The multiverse is a playground for the gods, but they are an evil breed. Book
It's
name.
not the way I remember it.
Okay,
Mandela
whatever.
effect. Woo! Anyway.
Yeah. This one that has nothing but like the little picture, the little stock image photo for the front, and the title's actually better off. The Anuvi incident? What?
Have you ever played Warframe?
No, I've seen people play it though, so I have some frame of reference.
I'll
I'm not
upload
big
a
on
screenshot that I took.
I'm not great on FPS games.
Well, it's third person TPS, I guess.
Hmm.
Well, I'm gonna upload a screenshot I took of it the other day that you might enjoy. Copy, paste. Oops. Why is there a blob there? That might not work.
Hey, we're up to 2 viewers. Wow.
Yeah, that
This has been This has been fucking sad trying to get the shuffles going again.
Right.
I'm wondering if it like did that weird mysterious unsubscribe thing for the majority of my old viewers.
There you go. That link will work.
Okay, I will click. Should canned cunt be refrigerated? What?
Look at the symbol on the jar.
Oh, yeah. That looks kind of like. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. Yeah, we're not putting that out on the stream. Some idiot will flag us.
Yeah.
And Kevin's gone. It's down to the two of us. I guess we should probably consider taking this shit offline.
I posted that screenshot in the global chat on the game, and people were just like, "It can't be unseen."
No, it can't. Yeah. Let's see about winding this shit down. We've been up for a little bit of a while. We're getting crap reviews, and we don't have anyone joining us. Granted, we got to play briefly with somebody, but he wasn't interesting enough to become center stage.
Yeah. Oh well.
So we'll see about taking this shit down. Let me blank that out. And stop the stream. For those that watch, thank you for watching. Yada, yada, yada. Invite a friend next time, because I got to rebuild this shit, because I'm not getting the views I used to.
Yeah.
Happens when you take a year off. But most of that had to do with the house hunt.